Associated Construction was the contractor for the new medical clinic and office building, which is the flagship facility for the United Community and Family Services, otherwise known as UCFS. This new facility represents the evolution and growth of the organization from a small, community-based neighborhood medical clinic, which traces its origins from a storefront in a strip mall in Norwich to a major regional healthcare provider with facilities serving thousands of patients daily in Norwich, New London, Plainfield, Colchester, and now Griswold. The UCFS facility is a two-story, 12,680 square foot medical office building comprised of a structural steel frame with cold-formed exterior walls. The project was completed in two phases. The first phase included complete site development and a two-story medical shell building with primary care, dentistry, and mental health clinic fit-outs on the first floor. Phase 2 involved fit-out of the second floor offices and remaining clinic space. Due to efficiencies in fast-tracking and coordinating trained subcontractors, Phase 2 was completed simultaneously with the completion of Phase 1, resulting in completion of the project 2 months early. In early stages of construction, despite engineering reports that indicated that remediation had occurred, substantial amounts of contaminated soil were discovered. Associated's project manager, with the assistance of the soil engineer, implemented a cost-effective, highly efficient system of soils testing to identify and separate clean material from the contaminated material. The contaminated soil was then isolated and encapsulated on the site, thereby avoiding significant disposal costs and scheduling delays. Despite this early site work obstacle, the PM and superintendent fast-tracked the schedule. Value-engineered cost-saving measures, as well as the fast-track schedule of overlapping trade subcontractors, more than offset the cost of soil remediation, so that the project actually finished under budget at a cost of $4,388,000. The importance of this medical facility to the local community cannot be understated. UCFS welcomes all patients regardless of insurance or financial needs. They regularly provide medical treatment and services to those who can least afford it. The organization relies entirely on public grants, private donations, and volunteer service providers, doctors, nurses, students, and other care providers who are willing to make a difference in people's lives. This was a signature project which has allowed UCFS to expand its public image and fundraising efforts. Most importantly, it has been a godsend for a historically underserved, financially strapped segment of the Eastern Connecticut population. The stakeholders in this project were contractor, Associated Construction. The owner was United Community and Family Services. Architect, Point One Architects. Major subcontractors were Innovative Engineering Services, Haley and Aldrich, Ronnie DeMeo Construction, Commercial Flooring Concepts. For the UCFS Clinic and Office Facility Project, the Build Connecticut Award in the small new construction category goes to the Associated Construction Company. Accepting on behalf of Associated Construction are Joe Jankowski and Tom Hanley. Joe and Tom, would you please come forward?
Thank you, John. Thank you, AGC. This is a project that was near and dear to us, so it's really special that we received an award and the project was acknowledged. I know John mentioned the stakeholders, but I want to just go over the list once again, as we all work really well together, and what resulted in something we're all proud of. So with Associated Construction, we had our project management team, which was Tom Hanley, Nick Pagani. Claudio Brino started the project early on, so he played a hand in the project's success as well. The owner, UCFS Healthcare, headed up by Jennifer Granger and Pam Kinder, were wonderful to work with. Architect, Point One Architects, Greg Nucci, Rick Staub, Kelsey Janis, fabulous job. Environmental engineer, Haley and Aldridge, Tom Nolan, and Chris Ehrman. MEP engineer, IES, Tom Massaro. Exterior envelope contractor, RDC Construction, Charlie Fent, and his much better half, Christy DeMayo. Flooring contractor, Commercial Flooring Concepts, Aaron Anthony's and the Anthony's family. So the project itself, it started out as fairly straightforward, 2-story medical facility. Point One did a great job of developing a design that was very appealing. It caused you to stop and say, wow, that is something nice. It was being constructed on a remediated brownfield site, former Triangle Wire Factory. So an excellent example of redeveloping a property and bringing it back to life and making it useful once again. And so the project started. Well, nothing unusual. We started digging for foundations. We found a little bit of questionable soil. But then as the site work progressed beyond the building footprint, we started to find that with every shovel we put in the ground, we're finding this unsuitable soil, contaminated soil, every color of the rainbow. It's like, what's going on here? It seemed like the only place where there was clean soil were those places where the geotechnical borings actually took place. Just our luck. So, now comes the reality of dealing with the situation. So realize, as John mentioned, UCFS Healthcare is a nonprofit, community-based healthcare organization that welcomes everyone. For this project, Jen and Pam worked really hard to secure the funding that was necessary to put this state-of-the-art facility together. So the budget was the budget. There was nothing beyond it. It's all the money that we had. Now we're staring at this huge mountain of unsuitable material, and we knew it spelled financial disaster. It's like, great, what do we do now? So that pile equated to the commensurate pile of dollar bills it was going to take to deal with it. So the team got together and said, all right, let's spring to action, let's do something about this. So Haley and Aldridge crafted an environmental plan that allowed us to most efficiently and effectively deal with the unsuitable soils. Associated Construction, Tom Hanley, Nick Pagani devised a number of cost-saving strategies. Point One, IES, RDC, Commercial Flooring all collaborated on actualizing those cost savings. UCF, on their part, sought financial assistance to help us deal with the problem. At one point, we even offered to trade healthcare services for payment. But it didn't take Jen and Pam long to figure out that we were going to get a 500% return on our construction dollars. So they wisely opted out of that deal. But in the end, the team efforts succeeded. We balanced the budget. Project got completed ahead of schedule. UCFS Healthcare opened its doors and is now meeting the large demand for community health services. These services are being met in a modern, attractive, first-class facility. The atmosphere itself makes you feel really good when you walk in. We're all proud of our accomplishment. So we thank you for the recognition and the award.